Coming straightforward from a job interview, in which I'm truly tired of going for job interviews, and they're like, I will contact you, I will contact you. I'm like, fucking hell, why don't like people that recruit others are like not competent enough to do the job? Fuck's sake. It's revolting, it's annoying, I fucking hate it. Enough about current times, more about 2013. And 2013 was the year in which, through a school trip, I went to Mafra. The modules like regarding religion education always allowed the students to like once a year, like having a school trip. It's just everyone went for that subject or choose that subject because they knew that they had like a trip, they had a journey, they could like go on a holiday sort of with people that you knew from school and teachers, whatever. So yeah, the photos that you will see here are from Mafra, even if like Mafra was one of those places that like was englobed in another ones. The trip was just not Mafra. Would be a shit one if it was just Mafra. Don't take me wrong, but there's just like, yeah, there is not much to do in Mafra. So it's just like, so it was Mafra, and then Óbidos, that is sort of like a castle that has houses inside the castle. Like, it's an interesting place to visit, to be honest. But I just never explored the part from that time, from like that year. And then Peniche, which fun short story, and then I will go in deep about it. Like Peniche, I always knew every holiday, or most of every holiday, every year, like I would go to Peniche, I would go to Lourinhã, I would go there because like I have a cousin that has multiple houses everywhere around the south of Portugal, and me and my parents would use one of his houses to like just go for a holiday, just take some time off from our small town and go there, relax, go to the beach, that sort of stuff. One of the last stops was Nazaré, just to like see where was like achieved the surf, and like especially like that big wave that made the news was like in Nazaré. Surfer made huge achievement for a big wave, one of the biggest waves, and that was in Nazaré, Portugal. From all the photos that I have, some photos are with people, and I don't want to put those people privacy at risk, so it's just like I'm just gonna leave the photos that I have from architectural things or like. And Mafra, like, that's why the focus is about Mafra. It's just like, because Mafra, in terms of architectural pleasures, it's very interesting. And there is this cathedral or church that is very interesting and beautiful to see. More of a Gothic style of architecture. So yeah, that's what you will see here while I'm talking. There will be photos showing up. But yeah, let's talk a little bit about this trip. I think I was 18, around that. I don't remember. I think if I wasn't 18 by then, I think I was probably close to it, or like near that, because I remember like the times of like feeling already like some sort of an adult responsibility, which when you're 13 or 14 or 15, like you don't have that responsibility. So like I felt that like probably either 16, 17, around those ages. But anyway, that's not the point. One of the things that I was truly intrigued was just like going to Óbidos, because I met someone online, just online at the time, and she was from like nearby Óbidos or Óbidos. And at the time, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I was flirting with this person. We met through a video game, and like I try to schedule a meeting, and you know how naive you were without meeting this person. You know how naive you were trying to get out of the group that you were of school and just like fuck off for a bit and just go for this woman, which I think, like looking back, she probably was a pedophile, because she was way older than me and she was interested on like a 16, 17 years old boy. That was weird, and that's the thing that's like, oh, the internet has good things, yes, but also has bad things. Nothing happened because I never met this person, and after a while, like when I started having my life and my things and stuff, like I just blocked her, like from the social medias I had. I was just like, I don't know this person, I don't want the contact with this person. But it's just like you're so naive, and at that time I didn't have any relationship, I was always the weirdo, and suddenly like you get this connectivity with someone online that you never met, that you're switching photos, or you would like switch phone calls, and at the time believe like, oh, I might be in love with this person. And like suddenly like you realize that, like, I don't know, it was a weird case of. Then the next day we go to Peniche. The Peniche story, basically having a huge history around the dinosaurs and like dinosaurs. Am I pronouncing right? I think I'm. Prehistoric history, like a lot of fossils, a lot of like interesting history. So one of the ideas of going to Peniche was to go into a museum that had like a lot of fossils, a lot of bones, a lot of reconstructions of what was like the dinosaurs' time and sort of stuff. So they were trying to search where it was, and Peniche, if you never went there, you might find like, oh, okay, this is weird. This is not easy to find. And they were like searching around. I'm just like, after a while, they were so like going back and forward everywhere. I'm like, I'm just gonna try to help, because if I don't do, they don't have a clue where it is. They need to call someone. I'm like, I know this place better than anyone. I spent most of my youth here every summer. So it's just like, let me guide you. So it's just like he's here and there, and then it's the museum. It's not well known, like if you don't know the streets, but that's the museum that you want to go, or you're searching for. And they're like, oh, okay, thank you. And it's just like, you feel so good when you could help in that way of like, man, fuck, I was helpful, like. Finally, all these years coming here to Peniche and enjoying life here, like finally is paying off. I think I've mentioned this before. It's just like I'm not a huge fan of beaches. It's just not my thing. It's just like, man, I want to catch this, and I'm like, I want to be out of it. Like I don't wanna. Like let's go to the mountains. Let's go to shade. Let's hike. Yes, I'm all up for it. I'm all up to be burned out, but from the sun, but hiking, a hiking experience, but not stand up in the beach and just like, I'm going to the water. I don't care. Take a shower. You want a water? Take a shower. It's way better. I don't know. I just don't like it. So, yeah. So after a while, like after I have some saying, I was just like, yeah, I don't want to go there. I like it. It's fine. But if you give me the options, no, thank you. So yeah, and then like we went to Nazaré, and the Nazaré was just like seeing from above the beach, and yeah, it was fun. It was fun times. It was a fun time. I hope you enjoy this little study time, and I hope you find this interesting. Take care of yourselves, and see you on another vlog.